Hello, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood Zippy here for another great old time with my pal Connor.
Well, hello.
Adam.
Hello.
And our DM Seth.
Yo, what up?
And I'm Jacob. I don't live through Zippy. That would be an awful experience. But I'm here doing your intro, and we're actually going to do a little game this time. But just to make sure our creativity starts spinning, and you guys can feel like you're interested listening to us. You know, I feel like that makes sense. Am I doing this okay, Seth?
No. Continue, though. I should never have given him the keys.
That's the gas pedal going. All right. So we're going to do a forbidden word game. And we've already chosen Connor as the person who's going to be subject to this. Basically how it goes is that the three of us are going to pick a word. I'll Facebook it to them so Connor doesn't have to drop the call or anything. And then we're going to try to get Connor to say the word. And we're just going to have a conversation with Connor. And as soon as... actually, Connor, you should drop the call so we can let the viewers know what the word is too, so they can be in anticipation of you almost saying the word.
Take your headphones off and walk away.
Here, I'm gonna do a timer for 30 seconds. You guys got 30 seconds to figure it out.
All right.
And then I'll just rejoin.
All
Ready?
right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. He's gone. So the
Pathfinder.
the word it's just go. We'll just do go. That's the random word I got.
That seems super easy.
Okay, well I can do another word, Seth. Are you the DM right now?
No.
Do you know what we should do? Is we should have go, and if he gets it, we just really fast. We'll just pretend like that wasn't it, and we'll have a backup word that we'll just
What's
switch
backup
to.
word?
Similar.
Okay. So go, and then if he doesn't get go for a long time, if he gets go, that'll be fine. But if he gets it
Here I
right away,
am.
we'll go to similar.
No.
It's been 30 seconds. You should have been paying attention.
Yep, that's me. Getting ready to play another game with my friends. You're probably wondering, while we were prepping to play this little mini game that Jacob had set up for us, what was Connor doing all alone when he was outside the call? Well, lucky for you, Connor kept his mic recording the whole time. So why don't we all just take a moment, listen in, and experience Connor's thoughts.
I'm just here by myself. Sitting looking at the timer. It's been 10 seconds approximately since I dropped the Skype call. It's extremely lonely. I'm feeling the amount of sorrow welling up inside me, and it's just excruciating. I don't know if I'll last much longer. I don't know when... Oh, hey, look at that. It's been 30 seconds.
What did you hear?
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
You promise?
Oh.
Promise. That's why I came in saying hello.
Okay. Oh man,
Okay.
Our listeners, they know the word Connor.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, I
so
don't.
Connor, I'll start, and then we'll go Adam and Seth. Connor, how was your day today? What did you do at work?
My day has been good. At work, I did some animation today. A little bit of color theory research.
Research?
And,
What is that like?
I think it's pretty fun, actually. Being able to just kind of like look, like the theory behind like some color palettes, how to create color palettes, and
I'm so sorry,
some
listeners.
concept art.
Connor's so.
I don't know. I'm trying to avoid the word, but I don't know what the word is, so I'm speaking in ways
Seth,
that I don't normally speak.
Seth, ask him a question.
So you like colors, as you previously mentioned.
Yeah.
Which are your favorites and why?
Okay. My favorite color is periwinkle.
Oh, nice. Have you ever been somewhere with that color?
Been somewhere?
Yeah, have you
Like
ever seen
traveled
that
anywhere.
Color in the Wild?
No, not really.
Yeah, we'll take a different approach. What are you up
boy.
to this weekend, Connor?
Not a lot. I'll probably be hanging out at home with the family.
Do you have any errands?
I might have to do some shopping. Might have to go. What was it? Buy?
Nothing. We didn't get it. We're gonna keep
Oh,
going.
we didn't get it. We totally didn't get it.
No, we got it. We got the first one.
Yeah, I know we got it. But we're
What
gonna
was
go on
it?
to the second one now. We're gonna do the second one. We'll tell you after.
Wait, you gotta tell me what the first word is.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the
It's buy. Was it buy?
no.
No.
Some?
Jacob or Adam, you go.
Okay. What are your two favorite video games?
The first one's Valorant.
Games
As,
that people
like-
know about, obviously.
That's a pretty popular game right now. It's a competitive shooter. It's fine. And then probably one of my other top games of all time is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Do you know what I think? What do you think the problem is with all shooters in general?
A lot of them can be pretty repetitive, I guess.
Cool. That's interesting.
No. Well, Valorant, that's like CS:GO, right?
Yeah, it is. It's like a mix of CS:GO and Overwatch. But like, so there's more like custom abilities and stuff in it as well. But I was never really into CS:GO.
So they're basically the same game.
In terms of them being both 5 versus 5, like tactical, like competitive shooters, then yes.
Interesting.
But they're not the
Connor.
exact same. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Seth. You go ahead.
Connor, you just had a new baby,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I disclose your baby's name so you know who I'm
sure.
talking about? Your baby Lincoln
Mm-hmm.
and your other child Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
How are they both doing?
Good. They're both doing well.
Notice anything about them?
They're brothers. I don't know. Yeah. Charlie
Are they like in a?
You're trying to get me to say similar?
I did it. That counts.
Okay.
That totally counts.
I figured it out. I just figured to move on. I'll just
Fine.
say.
We got one, and then he got one.
Okay. Maybe we'll do another round of this next time. Maybe this is our new intro thing. We're just going to do games before we play an actual game.
The first word was go, Connor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said I was going to go by. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
That
you
was
were
a
close
win.
a few times, I felt.
Yeah, go was definitely a win for us.
So
Yeah,
we were so
100%.
close when you said repetitive. It's like, oh yeah, these games are pretty. I was like, no.
See, that's where I kind of got like the first tell for the second one. I was like, okay.
See, I
was really
showed
close.
my hand. That was my fault.
Yeah, it's something about comparison. Like it was, yeah. That was the first. I think like where you tipped your hand a little bit was that one, and then we got there.
Yeah, let's not dwell on my failures. Okay, moving on.
All right, DM Seth, take it away.
Get out of that driver's seat. That was pretty fun. Why don't we just play that for like 2 hours?
New podcast. Just
What you don't know, Seth, what you don't know is before the Skype call, there's actually a word we're waiting for you to say that we all decided beforehand.
Was it recap?
Oh my gosh, he's so
dang.
good.
I knew he'd say it.
Oh, man, I lost. Damn it. But yes, recap. We're a Dungeons and Dragons podcast if you didn't figure that out yet. It's pretty obvious. Okay, recap, guys.
From our
Let's
almost
get
9-minute
into it.
intro of non-Dungeons and Dragons related content.
I think we've done 15 minutes before, so this
true.
is pretty good.
Don't get me started on the candy bars again.
Okay, so recap. Last week, the gang fought with Chanzog and his two attendants, the Changeling and the Centaur. They absolutely decimated that fight, even though there was an alcohol fountain going. They knocked out the Centaur, they knocked out the Changeling, no problem, and they had Chanzog on his hands, his forehands, and knees, while Zippy was a peacock in the corner. But just when the gang thought they had won, Peterson and Darian felt a welling within them, a welling of power, and the blue flower attacked again, causing them to just take serious amounts of damage, and Peterson went under for a sec. But with their guards down and eventually just completely passing out, Chanzog took back the piano key and ran off towards Michi, or the second grand treasure. Zippy, though, being the little sneaky peacock he is, he found some gnomes to help him carry the guys back to the ship and get some of their stuff back from the loot pile, as well as grab some new items. Back on the ship, he also ran into Chris along the way. And with Chris, Zippy and him went to chase after Chanzog. Peterson and Darian woke up shortly after, and they also went to go chase after Chanzog towards the second grand treasure, even though they're very damaged and wounded. They don't have a lot of health, and now they gotta fight. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Basically, they went in the second grand treasure. It's this giant library. It's just this circular kind of like pillar-esque design where there's like a ring of library books and hallways and stuff, and it just goes down. There's like a hole in the middle, and it's just an endless pit, it seems. And Chanzog was dumping stuff down it. And Zippy, you flew down into the pit while Darian and Peterson are confronting Chanzog. But you're flying down because the piano key was dropped. And it fell, and you didn't catch it, and it fell down the pit. And that's where you are right now. You are, when we last left you, you were just about 30 levels deep, and it was very dark, and you also just cast Produce Flame in your hand, so you can have a little bit more vision. Even though you have dark vision, it doesn't give you 100% vision in the dark, so you're using light a little bit. And you have this flame ball in your hand as you're just diving down on your magic carpet. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41,
stop,
42.
Stop.
You keep going. You're constantly glancing to your left and right to see if on any of the nearby like balconies or the edges, if you can see the key, if it fell there or anything. But you're going deeper. And you notice at the earlier levels, you could see some people, you saw some people with white eyes. But the further you go down, the less populated the floors seem. And at this point, 45, 46, 47, you're not seeing anybody. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
I need this piano key.
You're continuing to dive deep, and it's getting oppressively dark. And Zippy, you feel on your person, you felt like there was like a magnetism on your items that was like drawing them in, and you can feel it's really strong now, and it's actually slightly like turning you while you're flying down. You can feel just the magnetism is like it's very intense. Like you have the bucket with level juice, which is the strongest pull right now, and you have that attached to you, but it's like really kind of horizontal, like being pulled.
I go towards where I feel like it's pulling me to.
Okay. You can tell it's just a few floors lower. 70, 71, 72. You can see it's starting to arc up. 73, 74, 75, and it straightens out, and it's horizontal, and it's pointing just into the blackness on one of these balcony levels.
So I stop, and I guess I get on the balcony where I feel like the pull's coming from.
You get on the balcony, and you can feel it's just dragging you forward. And before, at the higher levels, like, it didn't seem like it was a very thick ring around the pit. But now it seems like you can't see the wall, like you can't see the end wall. It's just rows of books and narrow, like, library alleyways where bookshelves are stacked one by one. but it's leading you into this narrow hallway in the dark.
I press on.
Oh my gosh.
I'm nervous about the books and everything, but I think I just need to press on. I know Darian told me that they're up there. I guess I'll let him know do I know what floor I'm on? Like, did I count on the way down here since you were counting?
I think so.
Okay, will my walkie-walkie even reach him? I'm gonna try.
You pull out your walkie-walkie and you go to talk and you hit click. There's no click. And then all of a sudden you notice you weren't paying attention because you were so just engrossed in finding the key and going deeper. But your produce flame in your hand, like it's still going, but it's not making any sound. It's not crackling or anything. And you even notice when you're stepping on the floor, it's not making any sound. And you go to talk into the walkie-walkie, and you can feel the vibrations in your throat, but no sound is coming out.
I don't like that at all. Okay, well,
I'm horrified.
since
Same.
even if I'll assume the walkie-walkie doesn't work, then if that's the case, then I'm gonna leave the produce flame on the ledge here in case they come down.
Okay.
It's not getting pulled by the magnet or anything?
No. Only your items.
Okay, so I'll keep the produce flame here. And hopefully that's a good enough tell for them.
Okay.
Is there any other natural light in this hallway? Not natural light, like torches or anything?
You don't see any, like, torches on the wall, anything like that. It's just dark and books.
I have the Queen's sheets, remember, from season 1?
You kept those?
Be a ghost.
Just burn them.
Yes!
I mean, I have some extra clothes I can burn, I guess. I don't know how long they'll burn for, though. Oh wait, I have a torch. Okay, since I need my flame, I have the produced flame. I'm gonna leave a torch here for the two in case they come down, just so they'll hopefully think this is where I kind of got off. Hopefully they'll assume, because I don't see any other torches. It's pitch black down here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can I like lean the torch against something? Can I stick it in one of the bookshelves or?
Yeah, you could do that. You could makeshift that.
Okay, I like jam the pointy end of the torch into one of the bookshelves, and then I like just light the end of it there.
As you jam it in, you feel the shock wave of like just like, you know, stabbing it. You can feel you can almost visualize the snapping and crackling, but there is no sound. And you stab it in and you light it, and it burns bright.
Right, I hope Darian and Peterson see this. I'm really far down here, but the key must be this way. I mean, if I go any deeper, I might not ever get back up. Alright, I'll just trust my gut here. David, be with me.
And you go into the dark of a hallway. And we're going to cut back up to Darian and Peterson. Please roll initiative. Because where we last left you, Chanzog just got, like, slapped from you, and he's just ready, all fists up, ready to fight you. And his crystal eyes shining through his torn mask.
19 for me, DM.
That's only a 12 from me.
So, Peterson, you are up first. Chanzog is about 15 feet away from you. You were a little bit further back, but he's standing there just ready, right next to the balcony edge, and he looks beaten up, just as you guys are beaten up, but he's ready to fight. What would you like to do?
And he's facing me, like he can see me for sure, right?
Yeah, he's facing, like, Darian's immediately in front of him, and then you're just behind Darian.
Okay, I am going to use my 30 feet of movement to kind of drift to go behind him and attack him from behind, and I'm just going to do Primal Savagery right into his back.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, roll the hit. 11 plus 8, 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Boom. 2d10. 11 points of slashing damage.
Dang, okay. You cut through, and you can hear your claws just scraping on his back. And you just see, like, purple fur just goes flying as you just scrape. And they kind of let out a yelp and go, Wee! And they grab the balcony, like, railing with two of their arms, just both their right ones, and just to stabilize themselves. It is now Chanzog's turn. So Chanzog is going to just take a swing at you, Peterson, because Darren's still a little too far away, but they're going to take a swing right at you with both of their left arms.
Dang it, I thought I was flanking him. Dang it. Okay.
What's your AC?
15.
Okay, only one of them hits.
Nice.
And they did terribly. That is only a 5 damage.
Oh, thank the Lord. All right, duly noted. Boom.
Yeah, you must be pretty low.
Oh, I'm
after
extremely
flower
low.
damage.
I'm extremely low.
They just reach out with one. They go for a hook. You duck, and then as you duck, the other one just comes out for a jab, the lower of the left arms, and it just socks you right in the mask, right in the face, and you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Now it is Darian's turn.
Darian is going to twirl his treasure hunting cloak so that it covers his body, and I'm going to activate the metal coating on myself to raise my AC, and then I'm going to sprint forward and, flanking with Peterson, take 2 swings at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Is that advantage because I'm flanking?
Yeah.
23 to hit.
Ugh. I gotta beef up these bad guys more with your freaking +8. Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay, and 21 to hit.
Yeah, that also hits.
Okay, let me roll damage. That's 27 damage total.
Okay, you go just slashing with your longsword, correct?
That's correct. The dancing blade.
You take out the dancing blade and just go slashing, and as you slash, you can feel the balance on this blade is extremely, like, well done, and, like, it's effortless to swing, it feels. And you go swinging once and then again for 26 damage, just cutting him up and flanking. He's now, like, he just flails back and he grabs the railing with all 4 of his arms. And he's just, like, prostrated before you, basically. And he looks pretty wounded. Peterson, it is your turn.
He's pretty wounded, eh? Okay.
Finish him.
Yeah, I mean... Sweet, yeah, I'll do... Man, Primal Savagery. Tried and true. Bam, I attack him from behind.
Okay, roll to hit with advantage.
Okay. Wow, I rolled 2 dice. They're both 13. 13 plus 8, 21.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that does it.
Okay, 2d10. Here we go. And I'm going to say, Ancestors, guide my strike. 17 points of slashing damage.
They wail. Domichi! They're just wailing, and as you claw and you're clawing again at the fur, you start noticing below the fur is a very, like, crystalline, shiny hide. Like, the actual skin is very, like, pearlescent. And you can see they're still standing, but incredibly wounded. And they're just holding the railing as you're just wailing on him. And Chanzog turns and says, Dogaja Ziba! And they go to jump over the railing and swing themselves around to the next level below. Please both roll attack of opportunities.
Ooh, very nice.
Is that so with advantage because of flanking?
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
for me, 10 plus 8, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
16 plus 8, 24.
4 minus 1, 3 points of damage.
That's 10 damage from me.
Okay. You both just jump at each of his hands. Like his lower hands are grabbing the railing as his top two hands are trying to swing his momentum to like rotate underneath. And you go to stab each of his hands and you can feel just the crystalline hide just like ding. And it just stabs and you can hear like his hand, he loses his balance and just goes like crashing and knocks his chin on the second level lower and falls. But they reach out and miss the third level, and they try to grab it, and their arm just like breaks through the barrier, like the railing, and it just smashes through. You can just hear it smashing, and they arc themselves, and they land approximately, as what you can tell, 5 levels lower.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Well done, Tall One. You move swift with that blade.
Thank you. But we're not out of the woods yet.
Well, typically you're supposed to compliment my finesse as well. I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. Opportunity is gone. I mean, you still could insist. I mean, fine, whatever.
You were savage on his back. Okay, there you go. Can we please kill him?
Yes. If you're gonna climb down, can I hold on to you?
I was gonna cast a spell.
Okay, do your thing.
There are, I should mention before you do this, just that there are also stairs that kind of lead in a circular way down, like to each level. It's like there's one on each level that leads down to the next and the next.
How many feet down is the 5th floor?
It'd be like 50 feet. It'd be 50 feet.
Not very high
Okay.
ceilings. 10 feet not raised. You think it'd be like
Yeah, it's pretty cramped.
Grand Treasure my ass.
If I was to like jump down the way he did, would I land on the 5th floor? Like, does it kind of reach in a little bit, or I would have to like loop around kind of thing?
You'd have to kind of loop around. The only reason they did it is because they like grabbed and reached out and like swung themselves. Even though it was terribly done, they still managed to cut their momentum.
Okay. And can I still see him? Like, is he just at the bottom floor?
Like you can see, you look over the edge and you can see just some fur and just like a body lying on the floor down there.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Hold on. Before he does, if he looks like he's about to do anything like going over the rail, I would like, DM, if you'll let me, I'd like to grab onto his pants and pull and say, Tall One, there's no bottom. It's not it's too risky.
I'm gonna take the stairs.
Oh, okay. Wow, I'm just assuming way too much. Okay, do your thing. I'll stop interrupting you.
I was gonna jump though in your defense. It's totally fine. Originally. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on myself, which doubles my movement to 60 feet. And I'm going to sprint in 60 feet down the stairs. And I want to see how far that gets me.
You blitz towards the stairs, and the stairs have this nice, lovely red carpet that leads down it. And it's very like continuous stairs. Like once you get to the next level, there's just a little platform, and then the next set of stairs is immediately in front of it. It's not like it's on the other side of like the pit. So you run down, and you're just blitzing down the stairs, going. And Peterson, are you going to follow?
I am, but I'm going to do Toll the Dead as I go, a range of 60 feet.
Okay. So, Darian, as you're blitzing, you first see, just immediately once you go down a level, you can see some people reading books, and they seem totally entranced by these books. There's just a handful. You see like 1 or 2 on that level. Then you move down another one, and you see there's a few more. There's like 6 to 7, just in the immediate kind of area. And you move down again, and you see there's about 10 to 15. And then again, you're moving down. You get to the 5th level, just sprinting, and you arrive and you look out. And before I describe what you see, Peterson, you are following and you're ringing the toll of the dead. And you can see as you're following, you see the same amounts of people. But when you're ringing, you can see their heads turn up from their books and they look over to you. And you can just see glistening white eyes, pure white eyes.
Wow.
And you're constantly going down. And you run all the way down and bump into Darian, because Darian's just kind of standing there with his jaw dropped, as you just see a swarm of people, like with books, waddling over to Chanzog. And some of them turn around, and you can see it's like a horde of zombies before you. There's about 150 in the immediate area. It's like incredibly packed. And you can see all these white eyes look up and then look to you.
Like both of us?
Yeah, they look to you, to both of you. And then in the back behind them, you can see some purple fur rustling and some people like handing books and holding books high up above their heads at the other side, because Chanzog's at the other end of these people. And you can see Chanzog stands up and their eyes have gone white. They're not even crystal anymore. They're just white orbs. And Chanzog is standing behind this horde of white-eyed zombies.
Oh, shit.
We would do well to leave this place, Tall One.
We gotta go down and get Zippy. Do you got a way down for us?
Oh, I may have something. Do I still have Char, the lizard?
Yeah, Char the lizard is still, like, hiding in your coat pocket.
And it's a salamander-esque animal.
Yes.
It can climb?
Yes.
I don't think it's like a gecko.
Oh, so it can't...
It could climb, like, okay.
It can't climb stone? Like...
I think it could. It's got sharp talons.
Okay, I want to use my enlarged ruler to make it like a rideable mount for the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You stretch it out, and it grows like a foot long. It enlarges, but it's still not rideable. Like it doesn't grow exponentially. It just grows as much as the ruler.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No, you said it's you enlarge a part of it, and then the rest of it scales. So if he was to enlarge its talon, the rest of it would scale.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that like it's all one thing. It's not like the nuts and bolts of a train, which work.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Right,
it's like an organic being.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, if
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shit. That did nothing.
But they're kind of big, and you can see there's some flames in their mouth, just like Charmander. And they're like, pah, pah, pah.
Can you not bring your birds back?
Oh, yes. And I'm gonna summon Abigail and Brisbane, if they can, to fly down, and then fly down into the room, down the 5 floors, and catch us. And as they're coming, I'm gonna say they don't do well with vertical flying. We'll have to just make a hasty descent.
Sounds good with me.
So you're going to try and run through this horde of zombies to get to, like, the outer railing and jump onto these birds.
Well, shouldn't we already be at the outer railing? Or was
the stairs are at, like, the edges of the walls.
Oh, I see. So you have to kind of go into each floor before you can descend.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood that. Well, yeah, and, unless, I mean, DM, can I look around for, like, a door?
You look around, and there are no doors in sight.
Man, oh, frig. Wow, this is really scary. Total One, the only thing I have is a wall of fire. That could carve a path for us.
Shoot.
All right, let's do it.
Wait,
and
hold on.
They're like walking towards us.
How far is it to the ledge?
It's about like 45 feet.
Are the zombies packed to the ledge?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I'm okay. All right. Throw up the wall of fire.
All right. ancestors. And I basically, if the sound effect didn't, bring everyone into the world already, basically I clap my hands and pull them apart, and in the shape of like ancestral beings, they explode into a big wall of flame that I want to basically open up like a fan, DM, so that it kind of pushes zombies away so that we can run along the wall towards the opening in the center of the room.
And after he does that, I want to bring out my wind fan.
Oh my god,
Yes!
again.
Gust of wind, amplify it to just blast them.
You do the same combo wombo technique, and you blast the flames. Roll damage for me.
They do have to make a... Let me check a kind of save here.
I think they make a constitution, or is it strength saving throw? It's gust of wind. I gotta double check that.
Either way, they're gonna group fail this one.
Nice.
Okay. 8d8 then. Okay. 31 points of fire damage on my part.
Okay. You can see it blasts over the crowd, and you can just hear all these moans, but they're not like over the top, like screaming like they're on fire. They're just moans as this fan and flame just engulf the area. You can see bookshelves and books are on fire and like kind of crumbling.
No.
But then you can hear the moans, and then you can see they're diving through the flame. Their flesh is peeling. It seems like these people have no sense of pain. They are working at full capacity, even though like their bones are showing and some of them are just collapsing, dying. They are just like booking it towards all of you. And leading the charge at the back, you can see with singed purple fur is a more diamond encrusted, like pearlescent Chanzog with just a full kind of crystalline hide. They kind of look like a bugbear if they were like really glamorous and also had forearms. And they are just... You have a horde of zombies chasing right through the fire towards you. And that's where we're going to cut.
Ah!
Zippy. It's silent. You're walking with your produced flame and taking every step carefully, really trying to pay attention to your surroundings. Is Zippy scared?
I don't think so. I think he's pretty calm because he has to listen to Peterson and Darian all the time. So this quietness is actually pretty nice.
Wow.
No, I think the fact that he can't even probably hear his own heartbeat is probably not triggering him, but he's probably like beating faster than he knows.
And I feel like since Zippy relies on his hearing for almost all his perception, he kind of is, handicapped a little bit in this situation. But you're making your way. And out of the corner of your eye, would Zippy be looking at the bookshelves, like the titles of it on the spines of the books on the shelves, or no, just head down?
No, he doesn't read. Surprise. That's a shocker.
Told you, Mom, I can't read.
No, and I think he's just, since it's like, I think he's just pressing on. I think he's, from what he's seen earlier with like the zombie like people above, I think he's just doing his best to just look forward.
You're looking forward and pressing on, kind of picking up the pace a little. And then you feel a vibration behind you. And you turn around and see there's just a single book on the floor. Please make a wisdom save.
Oh, damn, why it always be like that? Oh, yes. Well, I got a 19, and then my wisdom's +4, and I'm adding my proficiency. It's a 27.
Okay. You see a book, and you glance at it for a second, and you see the title says, How to Grow the Longest Leafed Carrots with the Purest Orange Color and the Most Carroty Earthy Taste. and you see that cover and that title, but you know not to let it tempt you. And your eyes just dart back forward to your path, and you don't even give the book a second thought. You just keep moving forward.
Well, I don't even let it. I'm not even tempted, to be honest, and I don't even give it a second thought because I already know my family already has the greenest and the longest. And
exactly. You're moving forward into the dark, and then just in front of you, you see a book is sliding off the wall, and it falls to the floor. Make another wisdom save.
25. I got a 17 plus my wisdom and proficiency. It's 25.
You are moving and you see it fall and you're like, nope, nope, nope. And you just keep walking right over it. But you did catch a glimpse of the title, which said, Locations and Methods of Unlocking Every Grand Treasure. And you step over it, and you just keep moving forward.
That did seem like a pretty interesting book, though. But again, I can't read.
You're moving forward and forward and forward. And then you see just on your left, a book kind of like domino effect is happening next to you. And it's like all the books on your sides are kind of dominoing down and down. And you're like, oh, do you speed up? Slow down? What?
I speed up, I guess, but not full running.
You're like sprint walking and moving, and the books are like following you like a domino, like they're just knocking one into the other, but you can't hear a thing. And you just hear it knocking. And then one falls out again in front of you. Make another wisdom save.
Oh my god. This isn't fair. Nat 20, baby.
You got nat 20?
I kicked the book back in the shelf.
You see it. And on the title, you see this is a book, a black book, with kind of like a white symbol encrusted that you've seen before. The symbol on the front of this book is the same symbol Normandy had on his amulet. And you can see the book title just says, How to Revive a Friend. And you kick the book, and the book goes flying. You know it's lies. And you keep pressing on and on and on. And then you're following the bucket the whole way. The bucket is still pointing straight down this pathway. And it's getting stronger and stronger. And then as you're moving, you start seeing something, and you're speeding up walking, and you can see something in front of you is sliding across the floor at like the same pace that you're kind of sprint walking. And you can see a glimmer of it, and it's the piano key. And it's just sliding across the floor because it's being magnetically pulled as well, and it's just sliding down the hallway.
I go to grab it.
You go to grab it. Please make an athletics check.
Another nat 20. I can like send pics of this because it records my rolls.
This Rasha arc is your arc, man. Jeez, you are getting nat 20s every day. Okay, you see the key is moving, and you just immediately kick with your bunny legs and are hopping, and you jump, and you cover the key with your foot. And you reach down and you grab it, and you can feel the magnetism on the key is even stronger than the bucket, and you're holding it in your hands. And you have it.
Finally. How do I gotta get out of here now. Because I think the only thing that I needed was the key. I don't think, like, nothing of Darian's is down here or whatnot, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was the only thing you needed.
But something calls to me. Something beyond the deep. No, nothing does. Because I can't hear. Yeah, I'm gonna retreat back because it's just darkness beyond, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't want to lose any of my items. I'm just gonna do the noble thing and just retreat.
You pick it up. You look deep down into the hallway that seems to just never end in its darkness. But you don't need any of the knowledge here because you know this place is like cursed to hell or something. So you take the key and you turn to head back down the hallway. And then you see there's just this incredibly tall, dark figure standing about 8 feet away from you, behind you in the hallway. They're like hunched over because the ceiling's only 10 feet, and they're like hunched over and they're staring at you. You don't see any like white eyes, but you can tell this just like large cloaked figure with this large cape and like sheepskin collar thing is just like staring you down. They're holding a wooden sword and they are just looking at you. And then they start moving forwards.
I don't know if I necessarily... I can tell it's a wooden sword, like I can see him.
Yeah, it's like a little wooden sword.
I can only see the sword, not the person.
Yeah, because it's like really dark. You can tell they're like covered in clothes and like this huge like cloak.
I don't know if he's necessarily hostile. Hello? Did you get stuck down here too?
You go to speak and then nothing. But you can feel the vibrations of their footsteps as they're walking towards you and they're picking up the pace. You can feel that your bucket and the key, the magnetism, points towards this being.
I'm gonna book it. I'm leaving. The other way. Deeper in, I guess, because he was the direction I wanted to go.
Yes. So you go sprinting away, and you can feel the magnetism. You can feel your bucket and the key are kind of like slowing you down because they're pointing towards and being pulled into this person. And they're just moving and picking up the pace. And you're hopping as fast as you can. And they're sprinting now, and you're both sprinting down the halls, and it's silent. And that's where we're going to take a break.
No. Oh, man, I'm so glad this is a break and not end of episode.
Hello, it's Seth, but this time mid-roll man, not DM. I got a lot of announcements today, so I'm going to get through them real quick, which I feel like I say real quick every time, and it's not. But I'm going to try. So first up, Patreons. We have a new Patreon to shout out, and their name is Fen or Finn. It's F3NN, and I assume the 3 is an E. So Fen, thank you so much for supporting the show, and I speak on behalf of all of the crew here that it means a lot to us that, you know, you'd be willing to support our show that way. And if anybody else is interested, you can join our Patreon. I would recommend the $2 tier so you can get into our awesome Discord community where we do like game nights and other cool stuff, and we're going to be running some one-shot games with some of the Patreons there as well. So if you're interested in that, hop on board. And also a shout out to our legend tier Patreon, Randy, of course, as I mentioned before. Randy, now because of the tier he's at, he gets a shout out every episode, so get used to hearing the name Randy a lot. And thank you to both Randy and Fen, and of course all the other Patreons that are still Patreons. We really appreciate all of you. Next up for announcements, if you want to support the show not by using Patreon, you can always review us on iTunes or Podchaser. That really does help us because, you know, the more reviews you get, the more visible you can be in the like iTunes charts. So when people are like looking for new podcasts to listen to, ours will show up more frequently. So stuff like that really does help us, and it's free. Another free way to support us is telling your friends and your mothers and fathers and daughters and sons and nephews and nieces and everyone around you. Sometimes coworkers too. Just shout our names from the rooftops, and I'll send you a little message saying thanks. And I'm just going to cut that thanks and then send it to you if you do that. So, yeah, if you want to support the show that way, we really do appreciate it. On top of that, let me see. If you want to keep up to date with our stuff, we've been releasing a lot of updates recently, which I'll get to in a second. But if you want to follow our updates and some live news about our show, you can follow us on Twitter at Cheaper Dungeon or on Facebook and Instagram. Just search Cheaper by the Dungeon. You'll find us. But in terms of announcements, 2 super big ones. First one is that we have another musical coming up. Yes, it's not Great Pass Around theme like Christmas as per usual. This time it is a summer musical, and I promise you it is good. It is going to be better than all the other musicals we've done so far. I think it blows it out of the water, and it's coming August 18th. So mark it in your calendars. It's going to be nuts. And the reason that it's coming August 18th and not sooner or later is because we are going to be releasing the rest of season 2 on a weekly basis. Yes, August, for the entire month of August, we're going to be going on a weekly schedule. So that means, let me grab my calendar, which I never have open when I do this for some reason. Okay, so for August, we're going weekly instead of bi-weekly. So it's going to be a lot of content really quick. So that means next Tuesday, August 4th, we're going to have season 2 finale part 1. August 11th, we're going to have season finale part 2. And then immediately the day after that, on August 12th, we're going to have the final season 2 part 3 of the finale. We split that last one up into 2 just so it's more digestible. But it's going to be insane. And then August 18th after that, we're going to have the summer musical. And August 25th will be our 2-year celebration and Q&A. And, man, the time flies. Wow. Jacob's staring at me right now. I don't know why he's not in the mid-roll with me. He's at my place right now, and he's just watching me do this mid-roll, and I can just see a little smirk on his face as he's just giggling over the fact we've been doing this for 2 years. I don't know if it's a happy giggle or he feels like a crazed madman. You could probably hear him in the background. But anyways... yeah, so all of August, that's going to be the schedule. And then after that, we're going to go back to bi-weekly, and we'll have like a little bit of an in-between seasons break where actually, Jacob, you over there, you're going to be doing a one-shot for us and then some other stuff. So get excited for that. But I feel like I've taken up way too much of your time. Let's get back to the rest of this second Grand Treasure because it's going to be a doozy. I think this is a good episode. So enjoy the rest, and I will talk to you next time in the season 2 finale, part 1, in 1 week. All right. Take care, everybody. And we're back.
Oh my gosh.
And you can hold on to your butts because we're not going to start with Zippy. We're going to start with Darian Peterson. So, Darian and Peterson, you have just cast this wall of flame, and it's breezed out and is burning all these white-eyed library folk, I suppose. And it is burning them and everything, and they're still jumping and like hurling themselves towards you. First, I want you both to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
18 plus 2, modify 20.
That's 10 plus 7, 17.
The first ones, they're kind of like starting to trickle in. There's like a few that like immediately ran through the fire, and the rest are like the horde is coming. And the first few, you're just like dodging and pushing away as they're like kind of hurling themselves at you. They're just like trying to grab you and grab your heads. And specifically your eyes too. They're trying to like reach for your eyes, and you're just pushing them to the sides and pushing them away. But more are coming. What do you want to do?
Is the way we came down the stairs open?
Yes, but you can see, looking up now, the people on the other floors are starting to make their way. Like, there's a few on the stairs. It's like, because you're burning the books, it's like attracting all of them.
So, but it's just like a few, though, right? As opposed to like 150 in front of us?
Yeah, it's about 20.
20.
Okay.
20. Oh.
DM, am I able to pull down my mask without using up an action?
Sure.
Okay. just because I'm thinking that the smoke is going to impair my vision, but these zombies, do they have life?
You look, and they do have, like, you know, kind of blue magic veins, like life, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter, because we still got to get through them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all ears, tall one.
So just to confirm, Seth, before we make a decision here. So in front of us, there's basically just a crowd of like 150 on fire, windy zombies.
And a Chanzog, yes.
And a Chanzog. Okay. Yeah, there's no hope there. So,
Okay.
Peterson, we got no hope forward. Call your birds in. We got to make our way back up to the top. There's at least a few of... There's less of them there. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, shaman magic-y, snap my fingers, whoosh, and they're coming. It all depends on how fast they can fly here.
And I am going to start running up the stairs, and when Peterson is up with me on the stairs, I'm going to take out my wand of webs, and I'm going to cast the web spell on the staircase to try and slow the zombies on the lower floor.
Okay, so you, like, start moving up the staircase, and to stop, like, the horde, you're going to cast Wand of Web. Okay.
Yeah, because then a bunch of them will get stuck, and then hopefully they'll kind of, like, pile into them, and it'll slow things down for a little bit at least.
And DM...
So,
yeah, okay, good.
So I don't think you have to roll, since you're just kind of laying it as a trap. Mm-hmm. So you just immediately cast it, and a thick, stringy web just stretches and reaches to, like, the banister railing of the stairs, as well as the walls and some of the book casings. It just encapsulates and makes kind of like a little web bubble just on the entrance to the stairs, which you have just immediately gone up a little bit.
And DM, there are still 20 zombies coming down the stairs?
Yes.
Fireball. Boom.
Fireball?
Yeah, I'm gonna fireball up the stairs, like shoot it up the stairs. Hopefully, it just like a bowling ball going up some stairs. Basically.
Okay, I got to roll, right? So
dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
I will roll 2, one for half and one for another half. Okay, they both. Yeah, everybody fails.
Yes. Praise the Lord. Okay, 8d6 damage. So 19 points of fire damage.
Okay, yeah, you cast just a huge fireball, and it just goes blazing up the stairs, and it's just knocking through these guys. Some of their arms get, like, blown off and just completely, like, separated from their bodies, but they're still, like, moving and now sprinting towards you down the stairs. All of them are still standing.
None of them died?
Nope.
Ugh. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dodging through them, I guess. Like, we gotta run through.
Okay. Darian, are you doing the same thing?
Man, if only we had someone who knew Thunderwing.
Hold on, let me just double check something.
Wait a minute. Darwan, couldn't you just use the immovable rod? They're probably not very nimble. They can't duck underneath it. Or make them trip with it.
They're ahead of us.
Oh yeah, never mind. Okay, I know exactly what we gotta do. Like, we're basically just about to get swarmed by these guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in front of Peterson, and I'm going to try and cut a path through the wounded ones in front of us.
Okay, I want you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, thank you for making the saving throw. Yes, thank you for making it a saving throw. That's still 13 plus 8, 21.
Okay, so just like in the Amazon jungles, or should I say the Leeks Garden jungles, you guys are cutting your way through. You're just in front, just like weed whacking essentially, and just chopping them down as they're like jumping towards you. You just slash it and you put it off its balance and it goes falling down the stairs, and you're cutting your way through. But the ones that you're pushing to the side and tripping are like laying, and they get caught on the web. Some pile up near the web and are picking themselves up and now running at you from behind. And you notice behind the web wall is being clawed at, and the fire on some of these like zombies is like burning the webs a little bit, so they're starting to break through and tear down the web. But you still have about 10 zombies in front of you up the stairs. You have 5 chasing you from behind. What do you want to do?
I just want to take a quick moment to point out how interactive. It's like Breath of the Wild. It's like there's web, and then the fire that we cast before is burning the web. Beautifully done. It's very commendable.
Are we're still on the staircase? We haven't made it to the floor above us yet?
Yeah, you've made it to the floor above. You're
Okay.
like moving up to the next floor now.
Can we cut to the railing on that floor? How full is that floor?
That floor has about like 6 zombies there now. Like, it's not as packed.
Okay, Tower 1, I know.
Can we make it to the railing? Will the birds be there?
Tower 1, remember on the ship how we jumped off? And I'm just going to start running towards the rail.
And I'm going to run behind him. And again, trying to cut down any zombies that get a miner his way.
Okay, both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, man, I can't keep rolling good all night.
I know.
No! No!
Oh, shoot.
No!
What happened?
No! Natural 20. I'm just kidding. Natural 1.
Oh, gosh. I got a 15 plus 7 again, so 22.
Okay, Darian, you are moving through and cutting out your path and pushing these zombies away from you. There's only a few, so it's easy, and you're booking it, and you're sprinting, and you still have a little Zephyr strike left, and you're sprinting, and you get to the railing, and you're about to jump, but then you turn back and see Peterson is being dragged back towards the stairs. One of them has grabbed him by the legs, and he's kind of like being dragged as he's clawing into the floorboards. Peterson is being dragged back.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna cast Haste on myself. And Haste gives me an extra action. It's concentration. Doubles my movement and gives me an extra action. I'm going to sprint over. I'm going to cut down all the zombies pulling Peterson. I'm going to pick him up and just start running to the railing.
Okay. You blitz through. Make a strength saving throw this time again.
Any advantage or anything with Haste going?
Yes, advantage.
That's 18 plus 8, 26.
Okay. You sprint and just boost of speed to go save Peterson. And there's some zombies in front of you before getting to Peterson, who's being dragged. And you just full on, like, lower your shoulder, like, lift them over yourself and just, like, hurl them over you. As you're just, like, ramming your way through to get Peterson. You can see, Peterson, you are, like, being dragged, and you're kind of helpless because you rolled so freaking bad. And you are just being dragged. And Darian, Peterson's right there to grab. There's 2 zombies on each of his legs, and they're dragging him towards the pit, down like the stairs again, where you can see the webs are just about to break and the horde is about to be unleashed.
I throw the dancing sword forward ahead of me to cut one zombie with a bonus action, pull out my other long sword to cut the other, and then I grab Peterson and start running. And then I want to leave the dancing sword there for a second to just cut at a few more before zipping back to my hand.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay.
Wow, this is epic as hell.
21, 13 plus 8.
And roll to hit again with the other sword.
That's 9 plus 8, so 17.
Okay, those both hit. The dancing blade just throws and just stabs through the one's head and stumbles, and they fall dead, and they let go of one of Peterson's legs. The other one, you go to cut down and just slash across the chest, and they immediately loosen their grip. You help Peterson up. Peterson, you're back on your feet. You're good to go. But just as you're helped up, the web cracks through, and you can just hear the sprinting. And they're like just still kind of like not very energetic, just moaning slightly. And they're just full on sprinting up the stairs. The horde is coming. What are you going to do?
I'm going to cast my second wind fan down the staircase. So even if they succeed on the save, it still like halves their movement to slow them on the stairs. And then, because I still have haste going and have double movement, I'm going to sprint for the railing with Peterson.
Adam, you were going to say something?
Yeah, no, just going to ask, can I sense how close the eagles are?
You cannot sense them because they're in another plane.
What? That's right. That's right. So that means...
Can you cast it again? Please tell me you can cast it again.
Yeah. I ancestors! And I'm going to summon two... I'm going to summon two gorillas.
What? Why? What? What?
So they can climb. The eagles can't fly, like, they can't fly up.
You see before you, Darian, you go and cast the wind fan, and you can see the horde is like covering their faces and their eyes as you're like blowing the wind, and it's just slowing them down. And then you see before you two gorillas right in your path.
What?
They'll carry us.
What are these?
They'll carry us down.
I hope so. I run and jump on the gorilla's back.
You grab, and they are holding you with one arm, and their left arm's free, so they're like securing you behind their back with the one arm. What do you want to do, Peterson? The same thing?
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm just gonna grab onto its back, and sit on its shoulders.
Sure. You both are mounted on these gorillas. Give the word.
Descend.
They just like start pouncing and jump off just as you see the horde was broken, and they're running towards the railing. But once they get to the railing, they just look over the edge and see you jump. And whoa, you are holding on. You are like, woo, the momentum. You land on the 6th level. The gorillas are holding on. And then the 7th level. You guys are jumping and jumping. But then, out of the corner of your eye, you see another thing lands on the 7th level because you guys are like holding onto the railing of the balcony. You look over and see Chanzog with white eyes is holding on with all 4 arms and is going to run and try and punch your gorilla, Darian. You're the closer one of the two. It's like it goes Chanzog, then Darian, then Peterson. They go to swing, and your gorilla sees it, goes, and then like shifts, and they punch right through the railing. It seems like Chanzog's strength has like increased, and they just punch right through. No sense of pain, and they're just staring at you with the white eyes. What do you want to do? Keep descending?
You said the gorilla was kind of holding me, right?
Yeah, they're holding onto the railing with one arm, and they're holding you behind their back with the other.
Okay, that means I can have 2 hands free. I'm going to draw the black bow, and because haste is still active, I'm going to shoot 4 arrows at him.
1 for each hand, baby! Crucify the son of a bitch!
Okay, roll to hit.
Alright, Norman, I could use a hand.
You've got it, friend.
Okay, so it's 18 plus 7, so 25. That's 9 plus 7, so that's 16.
Those both hit.
Does he go blind?
12 plus 7 is 19, and 3 plus 7 is 10. So I'm assuming that third one doesn't hit, but yeah, the first 3 hit, he said. And then, yeah, he makes a Constitution saving throw DC 18. So I don't know if you want to roll that, Seth. I'll roll damage.
DC 18? That's insane.
That's 25 damage.
Okay. You shoot it, and immediately the 2 bullets right in the chest, and they sting, and they're sticking into the hide. They really were launched. And you can just see some like purple blood oozing out, and their white eyes just glossing over and are completely black as they're kind of blinded. And you can see they're kind of like stumbling to hold on to the ledge. You guys, the gorillas, 8th level, 9th level. You guys are still moving down, and Chanzog, hearing where you are, tries to make a leap, and they slam and they land on the 8th level, so you're 1 level lower.
DM,
what do you want to do?
Can I use Minor Illusion to create the sound of us landing off, like right in the middle of the hole, so he thinks that if he follows that sound, he'll be landing on a rail, but but he'll just plummet.
Yeah, I love that. I want you to roll performance check.
Okay. Ancestors guide me. Oh. 3 plus 0.
Okay. You make it sound off in the center, and they can tell their spatial awareness is very good, and they can tell it's not there.
Probably like how when you lose your vision, all your other senses are heightened.
Exactly. Your gorillas move to the 10th level. Chanzog moves to the 9th and slip a little, and they're holding on with one arm as their blindness is really affecting them with these hard jumps, but they're holding on with one arm to the 9th level.
If I can have a chance, I'm going to shoot another 4 arrows at him.
Okay.
So, 18 to hit.
Yep.
That's a 15 to hit.
That also hits.
That's a non-natural 20 to hit.
Of course that hits.
And then 11 plus 7, 18 to hit. So I think that's all 4.
4 arrows released. Right into Chanzog's back. And they're sticking again. And you can see more purple blood. And their one arm, Chanzog has tried so hard. But you don't have to roll damage or anything.
It was 29, by the way.
Okay, well, you do. Now, I guess. But over the course, you've done enough damage to where Chanzog lets go. And you can see they hit the 10th floor railing and go spiraling down into the pit. Just
Did he really deserve that?
Don't be swayed.
Poor
Sam's
Chanzog.
making him sound like a martyr. He tried so hard. No, man.
He
was a mind-controlled zombie.
He couldn't even speak. He couldn't even speak English.
But Chanzog has been defeated, and you guys look up on your gorillas, and you just see a lot of white eyes looking down upon you from the balconies, just staring down at you. And you can see some on the level in front of you, but they're all just staring at you. And you guys want to keep descending?
I'm going to pat the gorillas and say, slow down, slow down. Take us down slowly. Like, I don't want them to keep jumping. I don't want them to get exhausted. I just want them to start climbing down.
Okay. Yeah, but we should make haste. I don't know. We haven't heard from Zippy in a while.
All right,
I hope
apes.
it's okay.
Maybe travel like a 6.5 out of 10.
They understand, and they start moving down.
And I'm going to name them Mingo and Mango, not Mongo.
And Mongo was the original gorilla from way back.
So Mingo and Mango. Write that down.
Okay.
There's definitely going to be some consequences for killing the kingpin of this freaking
Look,
place.
he brought this on himself. I spared him the first time, and then he brought this on himself.
Yeah, because the newspapers are going to be saying he brought it on himself.
Look, we just leave a trail of bodies wherever we go, okay?
Okay. Cut. Zippy. Silence. You're sprinting. You can feel the vibrations behind you. And it's a straight dead away. It's just moving straight. The books aren't falling off the shelves or anything anymore, and your bucket and items are magnetically pulled to this being, and you're still running and running and running. Anything you want to do?
Wall of stone. Boom.
Okay. Wall of stone behind you. A wall of stone goes up.
Wall of stone is a big deal. It's my highest spell I can do right
How
now.
far do you want to make it? Like, do you want it to break through these bookcases, or it's a very thin hallway?
Yes, just a complete blockage in the hallway.
Okay. A wall of stone right behind you goes up, and you can feel the vibrations behind you as it's getting further. Like, you feel the vibrations of the stone being melded and molded and building up. And then you don't feel any vibrations behind you anymore. It's like the stomping has stopped.
I keep running.
You keep running and running and running. And it seems like an endless hallway until all of a sudden it's a crossroads. You can go left and it's another just hallway with bookshelves. But this way, if you go left, it's like you'll be running along kind of the rows. Like you could like cut in at any point to like left or right. You know what I mean?
Right, like a library.
Like a library. Like a library. You could go right and do the same thing, or you could keep going straight.
I'm gonna keep going straight. Why not?
Okay.
Darian Peterson, where are you?
That was a smart choice because you look forward, and just as you run past, you don't even hesitate, you run forward. But you look to your right, and you just see like something moved in the shadows, and it's something new.
Ugh. Something new?
Yeah. You just catch a glimpse. You can't hear it or anything, but something new just like kind of tentacly like is just like all of a sudden whips away into the shadows and to the right. But you keep going straight.
I cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay, what does that do? Read it out.
You touch a willing creature, myself, for the duration, and the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain and spells and other magical effects. You can neither reduce magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Okay.
Holy, that's sick.
You cast it on yourself, worrying that something's going to be out to reach you. And you keep moving forward and forward. And it's just silent.
1 second. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself. I'm gonna put Cat's Grace on my... although it's concentration, it would bring down my wall.
And is that other ability just use concentration?
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna use a Long Strider on myself as well.
Okay.
What's that?
It's real fast.
You touch a creature and the target's speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends. It lasts for an hour. And so I'm going to increase my speed by 10, which would bring me up to 45.
Okay. You are moving and moving. And because you cast freedom of movement and your speed, you're moving. And just out of one of the bookcases, you feel something goes to grab your leg. Like it feels like something papery is about to just like touch your leg. You can feel like sandpaper a little bit on the front of your calf, but it like tries to restrain, but the freedom of movement unfurls it. And it goes off, and you look behind briefly, and you can see like some books are shuffling around, and you're just booking it really fast, straight forward. And then you feel another like sandpaper thing on your shoulder, and you look by, and the books are kind of like rumbling. And you're just moving forward and forward. And then in front of you, like books are just falling off the shelves. All these books are falling off the shelves. All of them are just landing and landing. And you're looking and looking, and you still want to keep running forward?
Is there like an area I can see that there's just nothing going on?
Perception check very quickly with disadvantage.
Like just like a corner or something, you know, just something.
Mm-hmm.
Another nat 20.
That's the third one. Holy.
That's like my third in a row.
Yeah,
like that's
holy.
insane. I should have been fighting someone this whole time.
I think you are.
You look around quickly, and you can see that since the books are falling off the shelves, you can actually see through the shelves now. And you look forward, you can see it's still black, but you look left, and it seems open, and you could like jump through one of the shelves, you know what I mean? And slide through to the next row. And it seems like just clear that way. Books are just falling all over on all shelves of all rows. But then you turn around to look right and poof, you see 5 rows over to the right, staring through as the books fall. You can see standing in that row is the tall being. And they're just staring at you through the shelves now.
Can he just always see me right now?
So imagine you're in a library and all the books on the shelves were taken.
Yeah, and then you can see through all the shelves.
Yeah, he's 5 rows away from you, like he's separated by the shelves.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the left. My goal is to find a spot. It can be anywhere, just as long as he doesn't see me for like 5 seconds.
You start diving through the rows and just like hurtling through them. You're small enough so you can do it, and you're moving with such speed, and you're moving and moving. And then you see it opens up. You just keep moving and moving. And then there's an area where it's not rows anymore. It's just a desk with a chair at it, like a study hall desk, like a very large wooden table. And you could hide underneath the table, potentially.
Okay, hide underneath the table.
You slide under, and it's just this open little square area like you would see in a library with just a study desk and a chair at it. And you're underneath the table.
Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Oh.
What is that?
I can touch a point in space and time, and it can create a 30-foot radius sphere of magic, and essentially I'm like invisible to anything. Light doesn't show anything, nothing, and I get a 5+ bonus to dexterity and wisdom checks, so stealth and perception.
Holy.
Okay.
So essentially I'm invisible.
You cast that.
And my goal to do this is to hold out until Darian and Peterson get down.
Not a bad idea.
I can even take a nap if I want, hopefully.
I don't know if I'd suggest that.
I'm invoking the gloaming court. Please.
You use your sleepy time powers and cast this, and this area is created. And you're just waiting. And waiting. And you're just going to keep waiting.
Short rest.
Okay, short rest.
The rest is like an hour.
You start trying to short rest.
Well, these gorillas, they're only going 6.5 out of 10. So, might take us a while.
And you wait, and it's been about 5 minutes. And then you sense a vibration coming near. And you can see the legs and the feet of this thing. They're very thin legs with large feet in these clown-like shoes. They're just extremely large. And you can see they walk into this study area. And they walk, and the feet are right near the table. And you're just hiding out underneath there. Make a stealth check with all your bells and whistles.
I have a backup plan in case.
I hope so.
What? I can't believe this. What? It's another nat 20.
No
Man,
way.
you need to go buy a lottery ticket.
It is. Oh my goodness. I can take a picture. It's
It's fine.
I can't believe this, but it's incredible. Okay, so you are completely invisible, and the feet are right near you, and their cape and cloak is dragging on the floor. And you can see this elongated hand with these long fingers just clutching this tiny wooden sword. And it's just dangling down there, and they stop around the table as you're hiding underneath. And then they start moving down another corridor and start moving away.
Okay, well, I'm just going to keep resting. Well, not resting. Now that he's there, I'm going to screw the short rest. I'm just going to be all zen, zippy
Okay.
zen.
You're going to meditate like you've seen Darian do.
Yes.
And roll a perception check with your pluses and no disadvantage this time because you're in your hearth.
So that was a 2. So it can happen.
A 5th natural 20.
I'm going to title this
Literally-
episode like freaking natural 20s or something.
The odds of 4 natural 20s in a row is exponentially small because it's
Yeah.
5% chance to get a 20 every time, but in a row it's multiplied against itself. So, anyways,
Yeah, it's
insane.
crazy. And this one started with a 2, so I was like, oh my god. But then my eyes kept reading. I got a 6 in total, but 2.
You're staying there, all zen. And maybe you kind of zen out a little bit because you get comfortable here because 5 more minutes pass and you're like, nothing's happened. But then immediately you feel like you're kind of like leaning back a little bit and you can feel like you're kind of like moving back a little bit and you're like, what? And then you open your eyes from your like zen state and you look behind and the floor is falling.
What?
It's like you look behind and immediately 5 feet behind you, planks of wood, like the wooden floor with random carpets all over it. It's like falling apart. It's like decaying towards you. And you can see that the back legs of the table that the floor is supporting, the planks that are holding those up are, and the table comes down and bonks you on the head a little bit, but it's starting to slide into this pit.
Like pit of nothingness?
You glance over and you can just see it's a mound of books and like bookcases and I guess this table, and you can see it's kind of moving like waves.
It's a pit.
Yeah, it seems to be a pit. Like, you don't see any levels or floors beneath you. You just see, like, before you could tell there was more floors beneath the 75th level, but now you can see that it's just like books and it just seems to be like kind of waving and pulsing, like it's breathing, like this mass just like of books and bookcases and now this table.
I have to get out of here. What the hell is with this place?
This place is one big honeypot, man. It's one big honeypot.
You can tell right behind you, well, you can't hear the cracks, but you feel the boards crack behind you. You are right on the edge of this book abyss.
Alakazam, and I pull out the carpet and I start floating.
you can't say that.
Exactly. You go to say Alakazam, and Alakazam, and nothing. The carpet doesn't move. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
Does he still get his +5?
I don't think it's for dexterity in the hearth.
If I die here in an episode where I got 4 natural 20s in a row, it's criminal.
You did go down into a grand treasure alone in Seth's defense.
I couldn't do anything else. No. Perception? No, dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw.
That's a 11.
You pick yourself up immediately as you scurry your feet away quickly, moving from your like cross-legged zen state, and the boards where you were sitting crumble, and you can see it's starting to crumble towards you quicker as you're like backing your feet up, and it's crumbling and crumbling towards you. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to cast Gust of Wind from behind me and give myself an oomph to get out of there.
Okay. You feel the burst of the wind as you're just trying to get your you're trying to do like a really quick start with that and start sprinting, and you're starting to sprint again down the hallway. You can't tell. Your sense of direction's kind of been bogged up by the maze that you've been in, but you're moving and moving, and you look behind and it's crumbling, and you can feel all of a sudden sandpaper on your front leg as and you can see just a thread of like scroll like paper slides off your leg because of your freedom of movement, which was the best spell you've ever cast. And it slides off your leg, and it just goes, and you can see the scroll like paper just descends into the pit. It's like the pit is sending out these scrolls to grab you, and you're moving and running. Make another dexterity saving throw.
That's a 12 plus 3 is 15.
Bookcases are starting to fall over because it's like no matter how fast you're running, the floor is cracking right behind you, and bookcases are like toppling over now. These empty bookcases with all the books on the floor, and you're hopping, and they're like crashing in, and you bob and weave, and you're still just sprinting, and then you look forward and see coming into view a ways off in front of you is the man, the being, the tall being is standing there. And it's just staring at you, and it's starting to sprint towards you now.
Okay, am I being pulled? Are the items on me being pulled towards him, or is that...
Yeah, immediately as they come into view, the items, they actually weren't having a magnetic pull on them for a second, and then they do now.
Okay. I use the pull to make me run even faster towards him, and with the extra speed and with the freedom of movement, I'm going to run at him as fast as I can with the magnetic pull and everything. I'm going to try to use that to slide under him in like a slingshot, and as soon as I slide under him, use another gust of air.
Make an acrobatics check or athletics check with advantage.
Okay, the first one was a 5. the second one is an 18. You say acrobatics?
Yeah.
It's a 21.
Okay. You feel the pull, and you slide, and you go right underneath. You are moving, and even though it's pulling you back, like your freedom of movement cancels it all out. Even though the magnetism's there, it just cancels it out because of the freedom of movement. And you're just blasting ahead, and you're gaining some ground, and the giant is like running, and they're kind of like tripping a little bit as the floor is kind of breaking behind them, and you can see all of a sudden they go falling back into the abyss of books.
Damn. I keep running. I'm gonna try and go for the exit, like the entrance I came from initially.
You keep looking for the exit and moving forward and forward, and make another perception check, but with disadvantage this time because you're outside the hearth.
So that's a 7. That's my lowest roll, and then I got plus 4 is 11.
You look out, and you're so focused and moving so fast that you don't notice that the floor ahead of you is also starting to decay. It's like a new pit is opening up ahead of you, in front of you. Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can jump over this newly forming pit.
This is like the worst freaking day ever. I got a 19. That's plus 3, 22.
You go to jump, and you make it over the top.
Yes.
Yay! Can you just imagine what... Like, I have escaped death so many times down here, boys, and when I meet up with you two, you'd be, Zippy, how are you?
It's true. Westboro.
You're moving and moving and moving, and you see that the pits behind you are growing, and this like pulsing wave of books is just coming, and it's just pulsing like it's like breathing, and all of a sudden you look behind because you feel vibrations starting to shake rapidly, and you can see the pit of books is like growing and raising out of the pit, and it's bursting through the ceiling above you. And then you feel vibrations, and then it starts raining down on you books. Just books are raining down on you as you're sprinting. Make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, man.
Impossible.
With advantage.
No.
With advantage.
That's a 4 plus a 3, so it's a 7.
It's like downpouring. You are surviving. This is probably the most danger you've ever felt in your whole life, Zippy, as books are raining down. You've jumped over, you've been dodging, bobbing, and weaving. Books are falling and raining down on you. And you see, as you're running, you notice a flicker of flame. Your torch. You see it. A ways way off, you can see the faint glimmer as the books are raining down on you. And they're covering, and then it's like downpouring, and you're raising your head, and it's just like crushing you and slowing you down. And it's just constantly pouring and more, and you're raising your arms, and you're trying to gust of wind these books away. Everything, it's just like nothing. It's just constantly raining books, and you see the flame. It's starting to lose sight as books are starting to pile up all around you, and you're starting to be buried alive. And the floor beneath you is just shaking.
I scream out, Darian Peterson!
Nothing is said. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 16 plus my wisdom plus proficiency, 24.
Books are falling all around you. You scream out, you reach out, and your hand is just getting bombarded with books, and you're buried alive. It's up to your waist now in books. You're trying to move and trudge your way through. And you see books and pages are opening, and all these pages, but you don't look. You know that if you look, it's over. And you close your eyes, and you just feel vibrations, and you feel the books bombarding you, and you close your eyes, and it's silent. And then you feel like the books are just piling up to your neck and just to your head, and books, you feel like this is going to be it. But then the books stop hitting you. But you keep your eyes closed. You can still hear or you can't hear, you can feel the vibrations that it's still raining. And you can feel the vibrations that it's still going on, but it's not happening around you anymore. And with your eyes closed, cutting through the silence, you hear a voice just say, "Be still." And you open your eyes, and you can see the giant cloaked figure is holding himself as like a bubble around your head to block the books from raining down on you.
What?
And they're just like covering you as much as they can as they're being buried, and they have themselves, and you're being like wrapped around them. You can see their chest right above your head, and you just see one of their hands reaches into their cloak and pulls out a little paper boat, and with a shaky hand hands it to you and puts it towards your mouth for you to take while shaking and trembling with a hand.
I grab it with my mouth.
You take it, and they put their giant palm on your head and rest it. And the books are still pounding, and you see their back is starting to break. And then the two of their fingers start sliding down your face, and they close your eyelids shut.
I don't like that.
And you can feel a warm breeze over you.
Seth, is this death? Am I dead? Like, what?
A warm breeze courses over your body. And your arms and legs that were restricted in the books, you can move all of a sudden. And you feel like through your eyes, like normally it's dark when your eyes were closed, but now it seems like light is coming through. And you feel less restricted all of a sudden. And you open your eyes. And you're in the white space. And you see Paige. And Paige is just like, oh, hey, Zippy. How's it going? I was just playing games. I was waiting for one of you to come by. Maybe you were the ball guy. I was getting pretty bored. This is my nap. I'm taking a nap right now.
No, I have to get out of here. I can't be sleeping at a time like this.
Wait.
Even though I admitted to wanting to do a short rest a bit ago, but I gotta get out of here.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, why aren't you are you like in trouble? Why naps are usually when you're safe. That's at least when I do them.
No, this is involuntary right now. I have to get out of here. This isn't time for another dream shenanigan. Where's the exit?
Oh, I don't know. I don't normally do exits. You kind of wake up when you wake up. This is how sweep works. You should know this by now. You're kind of like a sweep. You sweep more than me.
I start pinching myself.
You start pinching yourself trying to wake up, and nothing's happening. And then you look over, and you can see a door appears in the white space. And, oh, hello! It's Viso! I thought I heard somebody come in. Hey, my furry friend!
You! Get me out of here now!
Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait, because I wanted to talk with you. Did Darian relay my message?
I understand you wanted to talk to me, but I'm at the second grand treasure right now, and I need to... It's like the height of intensity right now.
Oh. Well, that's a curious place to be. Why? I get you're a treasure hunter, but geez, why would... That one's super dangerous. Everybody knows that.
We had to get a special item. It was like a piano key.
Well, whatever. I don't care. If you're here, that means you're still alive over there, so it's all good, okay? So just stop stressing. Let's talk. And then he snaps his finger, and a little round table appears with 3 chairs. Paige, here's one for you, but I don't anticipate you being involved in this conversation much. Zippy, come on, take a seat.
But what if I suffocate? I could... maybe I'm alive now, but I could be losing air.
Fine.
You're a god. Can't you put like a protective bubble around me or something?
Fine.
Or sense that if I'm going to die and then you can wake me up?
Okay, but listen, I will... Fine, okay, if I wake you up, will you promise to sleep right after? Like, if you get out of your situation?
Well, how important is this conversation?
I mean, like, listen, I'm not on a super strict deadline, but I do have stuff I want to do, so...
Yeah, I gotta wake up. I will literally have the best sleep of my life as soon as this is done, and then we can talk all you want.
Okay, jeez. Fine, okay. Well, see you soon. And they snap. And you come to. And you still hear silence, but you look up and you're lying on the floor on your back, and you can see the torch above you that you lit, stuck into the bookcase.
I grab it and then... Wait, do I turn around? Do I see the big guy again?
You look back, and you don't see the big guy. You don't see any of the pit. You don't see any of the raining books. You don't see any of that.
Wait, I shuffle with him. Is the piano key still there?
No, you shuffle through your stuff, and you find, ding, yeah, piano keys in your possession, and it's not really being magnetically pulled anymore. But you also notice in your bag a little paper boat. It looks like aged paper, but it's just folded into a little boat.
I'll keep it for now. I'll unfold it later because that's what I want to do. This is staircase, right? It's like a staircase.
Yeah, you look around for a staircase, and you can't really see one. You know from looking up above that the staircase was at like the edge, the outer ring of it, and you know that down here there is probably no real outer ring. It seems.
Wait, can I hear again?
No, it's still silent.
Okay, I'll turn into like a bird, I guess. I think it's the best thing I can do, or else I'm stuck down here.
Okay.
I'll turn into like a giant eagle.
You turn into a giant eagle, and you're there.
Get me out of here. I'm flying up.
You start flying up, and flying, and you start moving. 70, 69, 68, 67, and you move and you're going, and you can hear, once you pass the 50th floor, you hear the wings, and you can hear again, and you look up, and at the 40th level, slowly, carefully climbing down, are two giant gorillas.
We were on eagles.
Hey, it was a good thing we didn't go down there, man. The chance of all of us making those saves? No way.
I do like a nice little twirl to communicate that it's me.
Zippy, you're okay.
A giant eagle is attacking us. Toll the dead. I don't do that. Yeah, I think we recognize him. And Westboro.
Did you get what we need? Are we okay?
Yeah, I nod. Yeah, I have everything.
Okay, I guess we'll start making our way up.
The gorillas hate you.
Well, at least we didn't go all the way to the bottom.
DM,
No, you certainly took
what
your
do we
time.
see on these floors?
You see on the lower floors, you still see there's random white-eyed people, but it's still just like books and stuff. You know, the same thing.
Let's not push our luck.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Does Zippy say that?
I can't. I'm a bird. I pull up and I encourage them to jump on my back.
I do so.
Man, I just...
The gorillas. Right?
Let the gorillas go, man. They should have been eagles anyway.
It's not just that. It's just that... Like, I think it's just hitting Peterson now that we're gonna evacuate this place, and his all-consuming objective has been to come here.
Ooh, this is... Because I can't... I mean...
Peterson, are you coming on?
Tall one. Yes. Ancestors, forgive me. And I'll tell my gorilla Mingo to hand me over and put me on the eagle as he kind of like hovers there. You two, come up to the top and meet me outside. If, try to 10 out of 10 speed this time.
Maybe you should just release them. I really think the spell might be done by the time they get up there.
Well, you never know. Don't waste not one knot.
Oh, okay.
Double time.
Good luck, gorillas.
a side adventure of the gorillas going up, and they're just like the horde of zombies going down to just eat them where he could have easily just like...
No, they're gonna make it out. I want a one-shot about these apes getting out of here.
Sorry, I just want to communicate to Sippy as, by the way, Chris is bound by the exit. Let's just make sure to grab him before we get out of here. Also, things might be on fire up top. It was a little bit crazy. So, just fair warning.
I'm picturing like a I'm picturing a Return of the Jedi, like Millennium Falcon leaving the destroyed Death Star thing going on.
That's pretty much what happens. Darian and Peterson, you jump on Sippy's eagle back, and you start flying up, passing by the levels and flying. And all the while, you look around you, and you just see all the available white-eyed people are now just holding on to the banister railings and just staring at you as you're ascending. All the white eyes are just watching you, and they're not like chasing or jumping after you or anything. They're just watching you as you fly up the center. Even the flaming ones at the top, like the flames have kind of gone out or simmered down. They're still going a little bit, but they're still like just all watching you with blank stares. And you fly up to the top, and you get to the first floor, where the only person there is Chris, and they're knocked out by the entrance.
I go and I hoist him over my shoulder.
Hold on. Tall one, Westboro. We can't leave. I mean, now that there's no threat, and you have your key, didn't you want to amass knowledge here?
Peterson, I don't think this is the kind of library you just borrow books from. It seems like there's something more nefarious in this one than there was in the first. I don't think it's safe to stay. Although I do want to try one thing before we go.
Did you hear something? Okay, I agree. Let's go.
You feel power
no.
building in your leg and ass. The blue flower tattoo is building.
Zippy, use the key. I'm really curious. Before this pops.
Oh, the blue flower is building on him. Okay.
But he's still an eagle, right?
It's hard with my giant talons. You sure? Because like we need an escape out of here, and I don't have another animal like thing.
It's building.
Oh gosh. Okay, I guess we're not going to get to the
we'll figure it out. So that Darian can experience this in case he passes out, I put the piano key in the floor, or rather the area, banister, whatever we're still on, and then I hit the note.
You put it on the banister, all the white eyes looking up towards you. And you sink the piano key in. And then you can feel it's just like amplified, and it's super loud, and it just engulfs the area. And all the white-eyed people hold their ears and start sprinting. Some are diving down into the pit. They're diving down off the railings. They're running away. They're trying to get away from the sound as much as possible. And they're just diving and running. And you release it. Ding! And they're still just running and diving.
I wonder what would have happened if I used that way down there.
You'd be swarmed, dude. They're all going down there.
Well, they're all running away.
Wait, what's going on with the blue flower situation?
Yeah, I'm about to pop.
It's building. It's building. They can feel the power building. Chris is there. What do you want to do?
We need to get out.
Did anything else happen, or did they just ran away?
They're just all diving off, like suiciding into the pit and running away. That's what's happening.
Knowing what's going to happen, I'm just going to start walking towards the exit and say, "Taller one, carry me if this knocks me out."
Yeah,
Peterson,
okay.
but this was your dream to come here.
I know, but there's nothing we can do until this affliction is dealt with.
We don't have time.
Start feeling it building and building, and you guys are right near the exit with Chris. and you hear some pitter-patter of feet coming from the stairwell.
What?
Kid! Oh my god. I knew you guys cannot. Darian, you are never leaving my side from now on.
Yeah, what he said. We just came. We pulled the airship just out front. We were worried about you, because Darian Peterson, you guys are not in any position to be doing this stuff right now. Let's go.
Onward, let's go.
Yes.
We gotta get out of here.
Let's go. I'm gonna catch.
So I saw Chris on my shoulder.
Yeah, I'll start running with everyone else. I kind of snap out of it and run too.
You guys are all sprinting and running, and Yogurt's helping you carry Chris, and Draken the whole time is just scolding you, Darian, just being like,
You moron! What are you thinking?
and
Get
you're
it,
running.
Mom.
And you're running and sprinting, and you can see just out the front door, you can feel the sliding and moving of the second grand treasure, like Michi, the outside thing. And you're running, and you can see the Sparrow, the airship is just out front, and it's the docking thing is right out front. You can hear people yelling, the nomads below being like, hey, stop, get the airship off there, what the hell? Darian and Peterson, you feel that it's building and building, and you guys all land on the bottom deck of the Sparrow. And Draken's just like,
Okay, well, kid, you're not allowed to leave my sight anymore, because you could go down at any moment, apparently, because you're just a freaking narcoleptic death walk thing, and are you listening?
Damn it.
Boom!
that's where we're going to take a break and end the episode. No, we're ending the episode there.
No.